Have you ever noticed that the air inside a subway station feels fundamentally different from the world above? It is a heavy, stagnant pressure that clings to your skin, smelling of ionized oxygen, rusted iron, and something else, something organic, that has been decaying in the dark for decades. Most commuters see these tunnels as mere transit lines, but when the clock strikes 2 in the morning, the station ceases to be a part of the modern city. It becomes a liminal space, a hollow vein where reality thins out, and the laws of the surface world no longer apply. Imagine you have missed the last scheduled train. You are standing on a platform that feels miles beneath the earth. The silence is not peaceful. It is an active, predatory silence. That rings in your ears. The only movement is the flickering of a single fluorescent bulb, casting long jagged shadows that seem to move independently of the objects they belong to. You check your phone, but the screen is a frantic blur of static, and the digital clock on the wall has stopped at a time that shouldn't exist. A sequence of numbers that look like ancient symbols, rather than hours and minutes. This is the first stage of the descent. You are no longer waiting for a commute. You are waiting for an encounter. In the deepest tunnels beneath cities like London, New York, or Tokyo, there are sections of track that were never meant for public eyes, sealed-off stations, where the walls are damp with a black oily substance that seems to pulse like a heartbeat. Witnesses who have survived these late-night vigils speak of the echo passengers. These are not ghosts in the traditional sense. They are psychic imprints, left behind by those who stepped onto the wrong train and were never heard from again. You might hear the faint rhythmic clicking of high heels on the tiles behind you. But when you turn, there is nothing, only the empty, shimmering reflection of the grime-covered walls. You might smell the sharp, metallic scent of blood mixed with funeral lilies, drifting from the dark mouth of the tunnel. Then the vibration begins. It starts in the marrow of your bones, before you even hear it. A low, guttural thrumming. That sounds like a giant animal waking up in the deep. From the pitch-black void of the tunnel, a light emerges, but it isn't the piercing white LED of a modern subway car. It is a dim, sickly yellow glow, like the eyes of a dying predator. The train that pulls into the station is a nightmare of rusted bronze and jagged steel, a relic from an era that history books have tried to forget. The windows are thick with a translucent frost, but through the grime, you can see them. Dozens of figures sitting perfectly upright. Their skin is the color of old parchment. Their eyes are wide, glassy, and fixed on the darkness ahead. They do not move. They do not breathe. They are the permanent commuters, souls trapped in a loop of a journey that has no end. As the doors groan open, the sound is like a scream of metal on metal. A cold, damp wind rushes out of the carriage, carrying the sound of 1,000 distorted whispers. A mechanical voice, sounding like it's being played through a broken gramophone, announces a destination that isn't on any map. A place called the silence. This is the moment where your survival depends on your will. The train invites you in. It feels like home. Yet it feels like a grave. There are stories in police cold case files that describe people who were caught on CCTV entering these stations at 3 a.m., but were never seen exiting. Their transit cards show a tap-in, but never a tap-out. It's as if the geography of the city shifted for a split second, swallowed them, and then reset itself. The most terrifying detail is not the train itself. It is what happens if you look at the reflections in the windows, while the passengers inside look like husks. Their reflections are screaming. They are pounding on the glass from the other side, begging for a release that will never come. If you find yourself on that platform, and that bronze door opens for you, do not look at the empty seat that seems to be waiting for you. Do not listen to the voice that calls your name from the intercom. Because if you step inside, you aren't just taking a ride. You are becoming part of the station's history. You will become an echo, a shadow on the wall, a whisper in the ear of the next lonely traveler who misses the last train. The city above will go on, oblivious to the fact that just a few hundred feet below, you are traveling on tracks that lead into an infinite, sunless void. So the next time you feel that cold draft on a midnight platform, don't look back. just walk towards the exit and pray that the stairs still lead to the surface.